What's going on, guys? CJ here with Savage Coaching, and today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a bench press pro tip. Now, I'm not going to be breaking down the bench press line by line. We're not going to go through the entire movement, but there's one thing in particular regarding the shoulder that I think a lot of people just don't consider. I hear a lot of times people talk about shoulder injuries or the bench press leading to their shoulder injury. Or simply the fact that it's very hard on their shoulders to go through the bench press regardless of where the pain came from or started from. So today I want to talk about one thing that I consistently see that I feel like is an important thing that you can correct right away regarding the bench press. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so here on the bench press, now I'm not actually gonna set up on the bench press. I'm not gonna lay down and get in position, because all I wanna do is basically demo what we can do to kind of secure our shoulders from being in more of a compromised position. Now, like I said, a lot of people complain about shoulder issues when doing the bench press or the bench press leading to shoulder issues, and so they don't barbell bench press anymore. They'll switch to dumbbells or machines or just switch it up, but there is a way to actually barbell bench press, get the most out of it, and limit any sort of injury. Let me explain. When we look at the arm, so if I grab this bar right now, okay, from my wrist to my elbow to my shoulder is what we would consider a kinetic chain. It works together. As the bar starts to come down, my wrist is basically going to be the starting point that is then going to push into this flexion at the elbow, and it's also going to be coming down into what we would call like horizontal abduction of the shoulder, which is basically this horizontal movement back this way. Now, what most folks will do is they don't actually consider the hand grip itself first. They will grab the bar, and the hands are simply there to, make sure that the bar doesn't fall on them, but they're not actually engaging from the wrist or from the hand, and that basically leads to this looseness from the elbow and then eventually the looseness to the shoulder. So it kind of turns into this. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Is most folks that are not experienced or had formal coaching or personal training, or maybe they're not athletes, get on the bench press, and it's kind of this high chest, moving the weight back and forth. Now, a couple issues here is, number one, we don't have any security across this ball and socket joint here, so the shoulder's all over the place. The second thing is that most folks that are also in this position also don't happen to be flexible enough or athletic enough to be able to get away with that range of motion. So over time, that's really just grinding away at the rotator cuff, it's grinding away at the anterior deltoid, the pecs, specifically the clavicular division of the pec, and this is just gonna lead to aches and pains, injuries over time. So the question is how do we actually fix that? And again, it starts with the beginning of that kinetic chain. So as I put my hands on the bar and actually grab the bar, the first thing I can do is, instead of having this open hand suicide grip, I can wrap my thumb around and actually put pressure as if I'm almost trying to break the bar. Now, I know that seems a little weird, but basically what we're doing is, as I try to actually bend this bar, I'm now externally rotating, okay, at my shoulder joint, and it's putting this pressure across my elbow. So if I keep that tension, as it comes down, it's literally forcing my shoulder, my elbow, and my wrist to be secured in place, and I don't have that all over the place movement that again leads to shoulder problems. All right, so that's basically it. That's my little pro tip, guys, is start with the hands. Grab the bar, be intentional about it, put pressure towards the center of that bar, and that's gonna translate to a more closed off kinetic chain. One thing I did want to throw out there really fast is that if you do have shoulder issues, I'm not necessarily encouraging you to go do the bench press. And I'm also not saying that you have to do the bench press for any specific kinds of results. There's lots of ways that you can develop your chest. There's lots of different exercises out there. But for those folks that are saying, well, the barbell bench press is just a bad thing and all it does is injure you, I think that's a misconception. And I think that there definitely is a very specific way that you can start to save your shoulders and still do the movement. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate y'all. Do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel, like the page, whatever it may be. Tune in. We got more Savage Coaching stuff going on. And if you guys happen to be in Round Rock or anywhere in the Austin area, come check out Garage Gym. We'll see you guys later.